Straight ahead on 12 News, from dwindling enrollment to overcrowding, how Robbinsdale schools are handling an uptick in students. Plus, the Maple Grove woman who's helping Prince fans heal.
It's amazing how much he did and no one knew.
But first, a game that's already connected to 2 student deaths. Now, Nerf Wars is blamed for an injury crash in New Hope. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. A crash in New Hope could have been a lot worse, but police say it shouldn't have happened in the first place.
The investigation quickly uncovered evidence that the popular gotcha game called Nerf Wars was responsible for the crash. 2 vehicles containing Armstrong High School students were engaged in a high-speed chase through a residential neighborhood in New Hope.
The crash happened at the corner of 46th Avenue in Winnetka just after 9 o'clock Monday night. One car hit a power pole, another landed in a front yard, just missing a house. Police say people in 2 cars were playing a Nerf gun war game on 46th Avenue when they pulled out in front of another car on Winnetka. They say the game involving cars and Nerf guns is stupid and reckless.
It is my hope today we can bring further awareness to this dangerous practice of playing tag in a moving motor vehicle. Although our investigation and cooperation from staff at Armstrong High School, we have learned that over 100 students here are possibly involved in this current Nerf Wars game.
The police held up the toy that was used in one of the cars on Monday night. School officials say they were able to shut down the game this afternoon. Police say the 2 people who were hospitalized have been released. They were innocent motorists not involved with the Nerf game. The police point to a case last December in Dakota County where 2 Lakeville South students died in a crash that involved a Nerf war game. Today, a dangerous police chase involving Golden Valley Police that ended all the way in St. Paul. The chase started at around 12:30 p.m. at Theodore Parkway and Golden Valley Road after police were alerted of a stolen vehicle. The suspects eventually headed east along I-94 with their vehicle reaching speeds in excess of 100 miles an hour. A man and a woman were arrested after police were able to get the suspect vehicle to spin out. A Brooklyn Park man accused of fatally punching a man at a Lake Mille Lacs resort is due back in court next week. David Stay is charged with 2 counts of manslaughter and 2 counts of felony assault. The incident occurred just after the resort's bar closed early Saturday morning. According to the criminal complaint, Stay claims he was pushed first, but surveillance video shows that was not the case. Stay's criminal history includes assault, disorderly conduct, and 3 instances of drunken driving. The son of Hennepin County Sheriff Rich Stanek is in trouble with the law after he collided with a Brooklyn Center fire engine. When police responded, authorities found marijuana and pipes used to smoke the drug in the 23-year-old Ryan Stanek's truck. The incident last Friday morning is not the first run-in with the law for the sheriff's son. Ryan Stanek was previously convicted in separate cases of drunken driving and drug possession. Because of rising enrollment, there will soon be another middle school in the Robbinsdale district. Sandburg Middle School in Golden Valley, which closed in 2009, will reopen in the fall of 2017. It's all part of a plan to create more space. We get more from Eric Nelson.
According to Robbinsdale district officials, Plymouth and Robbinsdale middle schools are bursting at the seams. Each school has more than 1,300 students. That is why they plan to reopen Sandburg Middle School, which originally closed because of declining enrollment.
Right now we have some teachers on carts, and this will give every teacher their own classroom. We will continue to be very competitive in terms of our student to staff ratio.
With Sandburg back in play, there will be more space for students and teachers.
We realize that having another middle school open will help us with our ability to have maximum learning outcomes in the best climate for students.
Robbinsdale has changed district boundaries to achieve a balance between all the middle schools. This will lower student population at each school by 300 to 325 students.
We still have work to do. It's not perfect by any means. We're still out now meeting with parents of our school communities to just still get input.
Just a few years after Sandburg closed, the Robbinsdale district saw an uptick in students. Superintendent Carlton Jenkins is happy about the growth.
It's a really exciting time for the district as we're trying to maximize our facilities and our learning spaces at the same time.
In New Hope, I'm Eric Nelson, Channel 12 News.
The other middle school in the Robbinsdale district is Fair Crystal Arts. Its enrollment is projected to jump from nearly 300 to 330 students. A for-profit college is closing its Brooklyn Center and Plymouth locations while it deals with an ongoing lawsuit filed by the Minnesota Attorney General over deceptive marketing practices. Globe University and Minnesota's School of Business blamed the closures in part on the lawsuit. The two local closings are among 4 Twin Cities campus closures by the company. Today is the first day of election filings for local, county, and state races, and we already have learned that there will be a contested race in the city of Crystal. Former Crystal Mayor Renee Bowman plans to reseek the seat that she lost in 2012. Bowman was Crystal Mayor for 8 years prior to the election defeat. In a written statement, Bowman says reserves have been spent and government has grown and services dramatically decreased since the current council took over. The current mayor, Jim Adams, beat Bowman in 2012 by 369 votes. It's been almost a month since Prince was found dead in the elevator of his Paisley Park home, and some are still having a hard time dealing with the loss. A Maple Grove woman is going beyond Minnesota Nice to help Prince fans heal. Reporter Sonia Goins explains.
I mean, Paisley Park, let's face it, it's 30 minutes down the road. The people from Australia, they can't just drive there.
Kristen Kokella is a photographer and part-time teacher. She's also a member of a Prince fan Facebook page called Purple Elegance.
And when I saw the fans that they were just devastated and they couldn't get to Paisley Park. So I'm a photographer. I'll go down there, take pictures for them, videos for them.
Kristen decided to do something to help grieving Prince fans who couldn't get to Minnesota to pay tribute.
I just posted one day, hey, if you want me to bring a note down to Paisley Park, send me a PM.
That post turned into a major project.
I didn't know I would have this many.
She's getting hundreds of notes mourning the music icon.
It's their thoughts, their everything.
She knows what fans are going through.
This is my brother's page.
Her brother was killed in a motorcycle accident in California, and she wasn't able to be there.
His friends actually brought some paintings and different things down there that they made for me to put there. You know, that felt good. So I was like, well, if I can do that for some of these people.
Now she's paying it forward, helping others get closure.
My heart will always be purple. Rest in peace, the beautiful one. Love, Sarah from Sweden.
This dining room table is where her note writing campaign takes place.
We have Petra from Germany, Sarah from Sweden, Zuzana from Czech Republic.
She uses a purple Sharpie to handwrite each message.
A lot of them have started out with, "To my sweet Prince." I take a photo of each one and send them a private message of their card on the fence.
Kristen is putting a lot of time and passion into the project, even though she wasn't a huge fan before Prince's death.
I'm a huge fan of his fans, if we could put it that way.
Kristen is being called the Purple Angel from people who say they are grateful for her act of kindness.
I want them to feel like they were there. I know it's helping these people.
In Maple Grove, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
Kristen has made about 4 trips to Paisley Park, and she has delivered about 150 notes. She says she'll keep on doing it until those notes stop coming. Coming up, an important tool for anyone looking to lose weight. That is next in Health Check. And then later in sports, Maple Grove girls lacrosse team is carrying over success from its excellent hockey season. We catch up with the Crimson next. But first, a postcard perfect forecast. 70s and sunny on Wednesday. When people set their goals to lose weight or become more fit, diet and exercise are usually the first things that come to mind. But as Delane Cleveland reports in today's Health Check, metabolism is also an important component in helping you reach your fitness goals.
Visit any gym and you'll find people engaged in various forms of exercise. To perform these tasks, the body needs to burn calories, and experts say that's where metabolism comes into play.
Metabolism really is just a fancy word for how our body makes energy. So it's the calories that we burn, and anybody that's looking at weight management or anything like that, they know about calories. So
Steve Milkovich is a metabolic specialist with Lifetime Fitness, and he says a person's metabolism generally starts to decrease around the age of 30.
It varies on person to person, but absolutely, you have to start training differently at different aspects of your life.
Brooklyn Center resident Chantal Hamlin is nearing the 30 club.
How are you feeling right now?
That's why she's taking this active metabolic assessment to help determine how intense she needs to work out and where those calories are coming from.
I didn't want to join the gym, start off great for 2 months, and then just plateau, not come back, and pay for gym memberships. So that was my big thing, was maintain fitness, improve where I can.
To perform the assessment,
This is a nice cruising speed for her.
Milkovich has her wear a mask while she runs on a treadmill, bumping the speed up every 2 minutes.
So we're trying to see kind of where that sweet spot is of where the body's burning primarily fat and where it transitions to burning mostly carbohydrates.
He says it's an important tool for endurance athletes or anyone looking to lose weight.
These assessments are helping us determine where your body burns fat. So if you're looking to lose weight, you're really trying to burn body fat off your body. These assessments help determine exactly when that's happening and how we can maximize your time to do that.
Ultimately, the idea is to take the guesswork out of your workouts using scientific data.
Zone 1 is 4.6 miles an hour at 1% incline.
Something Hamlin hopes to use to her advantage.
It kind of makes the future a little bit more exciting knowing that I've set myself up for success with this.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Experts say some simple strategies to help boost your metabolism include standing up and moving every 20 minutes, avoid alcohol, and perform interval training. Well, coming up, how you can learn just about anything at the library, even about beer. But first, a matchup of the two top teams in the state baseball rankings as Minnetonka and Wayzata square off. Jay Wilcox has that and more next in sports.
The Wayzata baseball team was ranked #1 in Class 4A the first time they faced Minnetonka, and the Trojans lost that game. This time the Skippers were rated first and the Trojans second as they met up on Wayzata's home field. It's tied 2-2 in the top of the third when Minnetonka's Ben Lavorsi rips a hit to center field to score Tim Rogers and Gus Steiger for a 5-2 lead. The Skippers add another and go up by a 5-2 count. The bottom of the third, Wayzata evens things up. Reese Smith smacks a single to left that scores Cody Getters and Jake Marsh. And the game is tied 5-5 after 3 full. In the fourth, with Parker Lavacek up, the pitch gets away and Danny Dice scores to give Wayzata the lead for good. Later in the fourth inning, Griffin Schneider drills one deep to the base of the fence to score Getters, and it's 8-5 Trojans as they break out the bats after being shut out by Tonka in that first meeting. The Trojans keep hitting in the fifth with some extra base shots mixed in. Dice drives one to the gap in left center field. It brings Smith all the way around from first, a triple for Dice, and it's 9-5 Wayzata. Schneider delivers another big blow later in the fifth as his towering drive falls just short of the fence, but scores a pair. Wayzata rallies for a big 13-5 win. A Lake Conference baseball team that has been struggling scored a nice non-conference win. The Hopkins Royals snapped a losing streak as they hosted 9th-ranked Totino-Grace. Both starting pitchers breezed through the early innings. Ben Wallin gets the strikeout here for Hopkins. Nathan Eichton of Totino-Grace matches him by not allowing a base runner for the first 3 innings, and it's 0-0 through 3. In the fourth, the pitch gets away, and John Cook, who doubled and moved up on a sacrifice, slides in with the first run of the game for Hopkins. In the fifth, Cook smacks a hit through a drawn-in infield to score Matt Shaw, and it's 2-0 Hopkins, and they aren't done yet in the inning. Next batter, Aaron Jensen hits a fly to right that's briefly misjudged but still caught. It's easily deep enough to score Max Wiesner on a sacrifice fly, and it's 3-0. Tommy Auth comes through with a big hit, scoring 2 runs with a single to left as Hopkins puts 4 on the board in the fifth to take a commanding 5-0 lead. And Wallin is very sharp, spinning a 2-hitter for Hopkins as they snap an 8-game losing streak with a 5-0 win. Next week marks the end of the regular season in lacrosse. The Maple Grove girls are enjoying a very strong season. Maple Grove is 9-1 after beating rival Osseo Park Center 13-8 last week, scoring the final 6 goals of that game. They've scored in double figures in all but 3 games and are averaging 13 goals per game. The one loss was to Northwest Suburban leader Champlain Park. The Crimson have 3 very winnable games left in the regular season, and much of the core of the lacrosse team played on the Crimson hockey team that went to the state tournament for the first time in program history and finished second at state. It's been a nice carryover, and the Crimson have high hopes in the postseason.
It helps a lot being able to know that it is possible to reach our dreams. So it just helps us like work hard and push us to be our best, and because we know we can get there.
I think we've realized that it's going to state and achieving our goals really pays off in the end. So just to put in that extra effort, you can really go a lot farther than you even expect sometimes.
We've been playing some top teams, so we know how we've been matching up against them. So we'll have like a good chance. We'll have to work hard, but we can make it.
It's playoff time in boys tennis. With section realignment, most of our local big schools are in the same section. Wayzata is the top seed in Section 5AA with Maple Grove 2nd and Armstrong 3rd. Irondale's 4th and Totino-Grace 5th. Rogers is number 8 with Champlain Park 10th, Park Center 11th, Osseo 12th, and Cooper 13th. The team tournament starts Wednesday with first-round matches, including Rogers hosting Spring Lake Park, Osseo at Grace, Cooper at Irondale, Park Center at St. Michael Albertville, and Champlain Park at Buffalo. The top 3 seeds have buys into Thursday's quarterfinals, and the semis are Friday. So tournament time already for those guys.
Lots going on. All right, thank you. We'll be right back. Hope had no trouble finding help to celebrate improvements made to one of its parks. By all accounts, the kids are enjoying new equipment installed at Meadow Lake Park. It includes a unique climbing structure and an innovative merry-go-round. Mayor says it adds to an already attractive area.
This is such a wonderful park because it sits right next to our golf course. And there's a lake there, and there's places to walk, and there's trails, and there's boat landings, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful park.
Residents also gave input on what they wanted for those playground upgrades. Finally, this next story is proof you can learn just about anything at your local library. The Maple Grove Library tapped into the craft beer craze with an informational session on Monday night, led by a director from Surly Brewing. He spoke about Surly's growth from a home brewer to regional craft beer player. He also shared a bit of advice for home brewers.
We encourage that kind of trial and error, and knowing that you probably aren't going to make a good beer the first time that you try, but certainly encouraging that ingenuity to get out there and try something new.
Hennepin County Library offers several events like this one that try to inspire and interest patrons in a variety of different subjects, and these events are always free. Even brewers make mistakes before they get big.
But you keep trying, that's the big thing.
Right. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
And we'll see you back here again Wednesday starting at 4 o'clock.